In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there was a guy named Joe, not too different than you or me. He worked in a satellite loading bay, just polishing switches to pay his way. He did his job well with a cheerful face, but his bosses didn't like him, so they shot him into space. We'll send cheesy movies, the worst ever made. Joe says when you got lemons, you make lemonade. Now keep in mind he can't control when the movies begin or end, because he used the extra parts to make his robot friends. Robot roll call, camera, servo, gypsy, crow. If you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax. For Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, but we think we're on the verge of a major... Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I like my... No, I don't like sweeping. Yeah, minimum wage... No, sir. She's a lovely woman. Yes, well, have a nice day, sir. We're kibble, Clay.
Old lead bottom's onto us, is he?
Yes, he found out we've been siphoning funds from the Project Morpheus.
Project Morpheus. Isn't that where we take the head of a human and splice it onto the body of a dog?
No, that was Project Boreas. Project Morpheus is where you take Minnesota wild rice and keep it from making you go after you eat it.
Yes. We spent a lot of money shooting Joel into space. How much do we have left?
1 second. Well, I don't think it's enough to bring him down, which is fine, but I think it's enough to call him.
Well, let's get him on the line and reverse the charges. Hello, Jolie boy toy pudding and pie.
Hello, sirs. I'm really excited about the new movie since we're not going to be having any more Gamera films.
Listen, you space pansy, we needed money, so we sold your Dodge.
Not the Slant 6 Swinger.
Yeah, Booby, we're only about $40,000 short of bringing you back.
No problem.
Well, what about the grant money?
We blew the entire wad customizing the Mad Scientist mobile.
Hey, I've got $40,000.
You do?
Where?
In my car.
Send him the Ant movie.
You know, this is getting to be a lot like Gilligan's Island movie sign! Phase one. Sit down. Sorry. Makes me hungry for a Milky Way.
That spring, we were all watching the events in space and wondering what the final effect would be. Astronomers argued over theory, while engineers got pretty excited about variables in magnetic fields. Mystics predicted earthquakes and the end of life as we knew it.
As they often do. Cool. Trippy, I'm tripping.
Check inside there.
When the effect came, it was almost unnoticed. Because it happened to such a small and insignificant form of life.
Salesman.
My God, they're enormous.
No, it's just because the camera's real close.
Oh,
One biologist, an
I think we're
Englishman,
going
Ernest
in.
Hubbs, saw something, got nervous, and started investigating. While I was playing around with number theory at the university, Hubbs was already onto something. Ordinary ants of different species were doing things ants don't do.
Charades.
Eating, communicating,
square
apparently
dancing.
making decisions. By summer, the rest of the world had moved on to other things. But Hubbs kept making notes while the threat grew.
Step on him.
Only fragments of what he knew got out. He kept most of it to himself. So when I got into it, I didn't know a damn thing.
Night of the Crawler. One of these ants are Union.
They could be. Are they worker ants?
He's just walking around looking for something 100 times its weight to lift. You know, they can do that.
Looks kind of skinny. Must be a carpenter ant. Carpenter ant, get it? Carpenter ant. See, because...
Oh, no.
Never
I
mind.
don't mean that.
Anorexic.
See? Servo got it.
Can't you see this? He's going for something serious.
They're trying to find a picnic. You know, ants can carry entire watermelons. And big chicken legs. Happened to the Flintstones.
I had a chicken leg once. I had to wear corrective shoes. Corrective. Good. Never mind.
How did they ever get a camera this small to follow him through that tunnel? Oh, it's an Ant Brock festival. That must be their leader.
And stock. They tried to have Woodstock, but the termites came.
Oh, yuck.
Do we have to be watching
I
this?
don't want to know.
Hope nobody's eating rice at this point.
She's got her work cut out for her.
I'm glad the evil scientists show something really hideous and gross to show. Nothing better at the dinner hour.
Watch your head.
Hi, I'm Tom Servo. How you doing?
How long are these ants going to groom themselves?
They've got to look good.
They're already pretty shiny.
Nice thing about a movie like this is once you're done with the cast, you step on them.
Memorandum to R. Flanders Smith, Secretary, National Science Foundation.
I didn't know ants could talk.
Biological Controls.
Oh, it's a
From
narrative.
E.D. House, Senior Fellow, Coronado Institute. Subject: biological imbalance in an upland Arizona valley. Facts on hand. Traditional antagonisms among several ant species have come to a dramatic halt.
That was a dramatic halt.
There has been an apparent disappearance of those insects which prey on ants, specifically mantises, beetles, millipedes, and spiders.
Ick.
If these conditions persist, they must inevitably lead to increases in ant population.
I'm already getting kind of itchy.
I'm feeling a little oogie myself.
They're carrying them off. Aren't they? Are they eating them right there?
More, please.
Now the giant Goliath ant comes through the desert.
Full-scale attack on the threat of biological imbalance to other life forms in the subject area.
Focus.
Mode of operation.
Focus!
An experiment station to be built and maintained with equipment sophisticated enough to control the problem
Focus!
and potential consequences.
Gee whiz.
Personnel: one senior scientist, myself.
It's a blunder!
A qualified
No, it's a
information
TV.
specialist with cryptological background. In this connection,
Oh, it's a
I have
truck.
been impressed
Knew
with
it all the time.
J.R. Lesko at the Naval Undersea Center in San Diego.
Don't ever do that again.
Location of installation. It is suggested the experiment station be placed in the locale of the most recently observed phenomena. Conclusions and recommendations. Speed is of the essence.
Country Club. We're almost there,
The
right?
ants ate that house raw. There's another one they got. That used to be a whole neighborhood. Till the ants came.
Good so far, though.
None of the cousins and uncles have showed up. That's a good thing.
Even a little bird. Even the people in the tar paper shack.
I get car sick.
These boys look like nothing but trouble.
This is the place.
This is the place.
Of course it is. See all the camera equipment?
This isn't a Gamera movie. Their mouths are moving with the words.
No bodies, I hope.
The population moved itself out some days ago.
You got some pretty powerful friends.
That's
Just
one big
another
ant.
desert development which did not develop. You did your major work applying game theory to the language of killer whales.
Well, it seemed cheaper than applying it to roulette.
Did you actually succeed in making positive contact with the whales?
Only with the emotionally disturbed.
How were you able to determine that?
We talked.
Is that a joke?
Yes.
Yeah,
Look,
it
I'm
is.
And a
sorry.
damn funny one.
Strictly a pencil and paper guy. I wouldn't know the front end of a whale from a hole in the ground.
Well, that's not a whale, that's obvious. Neither are those.
Yes, it is. It's a whole pot of them.
I know that games are your business, James. You play them very well. That's why you're here. But this is a serious game.
Well, that's the best kind, isn't it?
What the?
They don't look like whales. They look like Gumbies.
They look like something that's signaling the harmonic commercial.
Here it comes. I can see it
I
coming.
can feel it. Look,
Harmonic
we're fading the
commercial.
harmonic commercial.
That was close.
Really kicks up a lot of dust,
Bad exhaust.
but it's worth it. You're out of the dark, you're out of the woods, you're out of the
3
night.
o'clock. Further discoveries this afternoon on a nearby farm to be added to those observed earlier.
They're looking for Sandy
I
Duncan.
might have pointed them out to Lesko, but it will be better
Looking
to let
for
him
a
learn
bush.
at his own pace.
2 men outstanding in their field.
Makes me proud to be a citizen of planet Earth. Actually, of the satellite of love. But someday, hopefully.
I think they're looking for their keys. Oh, kitty.
That's a lamb.
Oh.
Now he's gonna...
He puts a cigarette out in it. Oh, ick.
He's making a puppet out of it.
What's a puppet?
Oh, you wouldn't want to know.
A Haitian dictator.
You see something.
My God, it's wheat! Ah! Sorry.
Makes good eating.
There are certain equatorial ants that will attack anything, insects, mammals, anything at all that threatens their food supply.
Their tails?
The smell triggers their behavior.
Yeah. They are picky eaters.
Good lawnmowers.
But goldenrod makes an excellent tea.
Whoa, baseball diamond.
The ants are want to play baseball. That's it.
Now this thing here, you see what we're doing? We're running lines from these fuel tanks, and if those ants get over that water trap, we're gonna set fire to this here ditch and watch them all burn.
There'll be popcorn
What do you
and,
think?
and dancers and...
You've done a lot of good work.
I can't imagine it working this early in the film, though.
Nah.
I'd say they started pulling out 3-4 weeks ago, a couple of families at a time.
What else?
That's about the size of it.
Yeah,
I guess there must have been some kind of...
Look at the end she's writing.
Well, I couldn't say for sure. Maybe the heat got too much for them.
There's a collapsed house down there.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. I didn't really get to know those people. They were city folk mainly.
Tell me about the towers.
Kind of people who puss out when they see an ant.
Of course, it's been a dry year. You know, we do get ants in dry years. I talked to an entomologist up at the State Department of Agriculture one time. He said these things were cyclical.
They weren't talking about those ants.
Mildred, come on out here.
That's all right.
It isn't all right. These people will think I've got you chained up in there. These gentlemen are from the university. They're going to develop a new spray for those ants.
I don't know.
You know what I think?
You know, if she didn't have something to worry about, she wouldn't know what to do with herself.
I'm afraid you're going to have to leave for a few days, Mr. Eldridge.
He's won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes.
Evacuation. Look,
Mr. Eldridge.
I don't understand this.
It's for your own protection.
Evacuation? What's this all about anyway?
Sounds painful.
She's the most evil woman I've ever seen.
Didn't you hear what the man said? It's for our protection.
Make me use the leash.
You know, even if he did chain her up, I don't think a lot of people would complain.
When did they
about
get their
it.
farm back?
That depends.
I get the feeling she can twist her head around. I don't think Pea Soup agrees with her.
She'll be back later in the film.
As an ant.
Oh no, it's Mothra.
Phase 2.
Friday, 8 o'clock. The zone should now be clear of population.
What's the name of this movie,
We can
Joel?
proceed with the next step.
Phase 4.
We're halfway through.
The
Good.
facility is completely self-contained, except for a primary power source.
Cool.
And the generator in our truck supplies this. The experiment.
Oh, it's Epcot. You missed one.
Their switches look pretty clean.
Maybe they'll get shot into space.
No one's that stupid. Oh, sorry, Joel.
He's got gas.
Hold my finger.
Why?
No, I was just saying he said it. Pretty
Well,
sophisticated
what
gear.
happened?
I bet they don't even know what all this stuff does. But
Hey,
it looks cool
look,
turning
he's
it
got
on.
a CD player.
They're not doctors, but they play one on TV. They're not actors, but they play one on TV.
What's wrong?
Well, I guess they're not ready to play yet.
All that gear and they can only get AM.
My impression of one of those things. Whoa. My little booster's on haywire.
There's already been a 12-day overrun, which averages out at 36% when projected over the course of the total program. The controller would like to get the final figure before the fiscal period ends on the 14th. Should we put you down for one more week?
I'm sorry, this is not a precise business.
Well, can you give us an estimate?
We cannot study the ants until they make an appearance.
Can we put you down for 10 more days?
This is not a controlled experiment. In our judgment, another occurrence in this area is highly probable. But we cannot command the ants to appear.
Well, is there something you can do to hurry them up?
Have a picnic.
We have been thinking about that.
You know, of course, there is concern over possible outbreaks in other areas.
Lie naked in the desert and slather yourself with honey.
My associate, Mr. Lesko, has something to say.
Listen, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to call Miss Dobson, D-O-B-S-O-N, 662-0799 in Los Angeles. Tell her not to take the plane to Vegas on Thursday. Tell her it'll be a couple more weeks and she'll hear from me, okay?
Did you say a couple of weeks?
That's right.
Mr. Lesko, that's not going to be possible.
Wait a minute.
Bro!
They killed a whale. They're whaling. It's illegal.
Exploding dirt sticks.
Those
Available
ants
in your
are
grocer's
ingenious.
freezer.
Concentrate, everyone.
Let's see some activity.
Let me out.
Oh, we better
I have
get
to
out of
drain
here.
my radiator.
Hi there.
Okay, you guys, we've been on the ship for a while now, and I thought it'd be time I familiarize you with the robotic laws. Do you know what those would be, Crow? You got any ideas?
Well, number one, don't stick anything in your ear larger than a pirate.
You've used that one already.
Oh, right, I'm sorry.
Do you know one, Servo?
Sure. Never hollow out a robot and make a fort out of him.
Oh,
Well, those are both pretty good laws that I
Thank
think
you.
robots should know, but they're not the true robotic laws that Isaac Asimov invented.
Isaac Asimov.
Asimov sounds like a Russian lung disease.
Well, he wasn't a Russian lung disease. He's a great writer. Well, he's not a great writer, but a very prolific writer.
Prolific? I thought he was Russian.
No, anyway, he came up with laws governing robotic action. Do you know what they are?
Come on, Joel. We're robots. We're just joshing you. Of course we know what the robotic laws are. They're burned into our RAM chips.
And you know, there's nothing better than burnt ram chips and Canadian bacon.
Okay, you smarties, if you're so smart, give me the first robotic law.
No problem. A robot cannot harm a human being.
Okay, and the second robotic law?
A robot cannot, through inaction, cause a human being to come to harm.
And the third?
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Listen, we'll be right back after this commercial.
Do you like the Catskill thing? Do you like it?
Looks like the Douglas home. Da-da-da-da-da.
The stores.
Da-da-da-da-da.
The chores.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Fresh air.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Times Square.
Army ants. You're coated with honey.
Did I miss anything?
No. Ants traveled by water across the little mud puddle.
Looks like an ant jamboree.
There's Jackie Gleason.
And Frau Blucher.
Check up the hall. Please light the fire.
Oh, my God.
It's the frosted mini wheats a-coming.
When the log rolls over, we will all be. Physical frying crisp.
Looks like we're having s'mores.
Ant-flavored s'mores.
Can you do something?
Give me the gun.
You can't shoot the horse at a time like this.
It wouldn't seem so frantic if they could simmer down that cameraman. Just if everyone could be calm.
He's easily excitable.
Oh, they're gonna shoot the girl. Bummer. Missed.
You gotta do it when they're foaming at the mouth like that.
Uh-oh.
Ants love mortar.
Quick, get the raid.
Couldn't they just cover the house with, like, off? Wouldn't that leave, pretty much protect them?
You mean put off on?
Yeah. When you're out in the woods, you can't beat off.
Now, this is really interesting. You see, what I do is I get to the parameters of the problem by breaking down the movement of a vector of a single ant. Now, I don't know what they're doing. I don't
Maybe Earth isn't such a good place for us.
Basic moves. Stop. Go. Turn. Duration. That's it, period. Okay? Now I take my ant signals, I run them through the digitizer. I record them on tape, I write them down, and I search for a correlation between what they say and what they do.
Then I do the hokey pokey and I turn myself around. That's what it's all about.
A command being directed at the central mass.
I didn't know ants could drive.
My ant thing, she drove my uncle crazy. Ba-boom, zing, hey.
How do you think they get all that heavy machinery going on the ant farms? They got to have stuff like that, tractors and little trucks.
Ant combine.
What about those tragic ant farm accidents?
Ants.
She's pretty.
Oh, no.
No, it was an ant, honest.
She's freaking.
She's blown a rod.
Nice parking.
Run like hell, man.
Now I make various adjustments. Make up for time lag and a couple of other things, don't worry about it. And I come up with... Are you ready for this?
They're spelling
With a
something.
positive correlation on the order of 80% between this little squiggle and the command we commonly know as stop. And a positive correlation between that little squiggle and go.
You put them all together, you got a tango.
They've got into the generator.
Looks like the car overheated.
Backup unit cuts in automatically. Now I'm going to counter with 100% yellow.
No time for a shower.
That'll make the lawn grow.
There's nothing more intimidating to an ant than green, sloppy stuff. It just goes against their grain. They could get out, but they're just intimidated.
You're letting some get away.
Maybe they've learned something.
Yes, because most ants have the power of reasoning.
Guy's feeling really cocky. He's gonna face off in a mental chess game with a bunch of ants.
Meanwhile, Grandpa and Grandma are patty melts out on the lawn.
Somebody threw some doobs down there. Boy, they should dust.
A cactuses.
That's a Ferris wheel to those ants. This must be their amusement park.
The world is their amusement park. To catch an ant, you've got to look like an ant and think like an ant.
Well, the ants left him alone, but it's the green dye that got him.
He's sleeping.
Can we keep him?
Make a great lamp.
Make a good lawn jockey.
Hey, it's easy to fix the muffler now.
It'll never drive on two wheels, though.
Come over here, James. This is really fascinating.
He's never seen the underside of a car before.
People are dead back there.
Yes. Tragedy. I don't understand it. They accepted the order. Why should they come here? Irrational behavior. Very sad.
What a sensitive
Now
guy.
just look at this, James. Consider the execution of this maneuver. In order to explode the generator, they had to create a living chain.
Listen, Hubs, those people are dead. Don't you understand?
Hit him.
Just fog up his goggles.
People get killed sometimes. I think this yellow should hold its potency for 3 or 4 days.
That should be enough time to get new actors to play those parts.
Oh, this isn't going to be pretty.
It's Uncle Fester.
Uncle Festered.
Festering.
Maybe it's Mr. Uncle Goiter.
Ooh.
We can start collecting now.
We'll do it during the commercial.
Why did he do that? It's the... How perfect.
Don't come out.
The babe.
Wait for the commercial. Oh, no.
Who dropped the soap?
The Lawrence Earhart Fan Club.
They must have been, they're conserving water.
It's an ant trampoline.
So beautiful. They're not individuals. They're
Shaky
individual cells. Tiny, functioning parts of the whole. Think of the society, James, with perfect harmony. Perfect altruism and self-sacrifice. Perfect division of labor, organized for preordained roles.
If only we could all be ants.
Elaborate and complex structures, according to plans that they know nothing of.
That must be the ugly duckling ant.
Think of their ability to evolve and adapt in ways
Little
that
do
are
we know it's going to turn into a beautiful, blossoming centipede.
still so unknown. And all
That ant needs someone to shave his back.
one simple form. So defenseless in the individual. So powerful in the mass.
This guy's into it. Tell me more.
Well, let's begin with the first behavioral series. Heat.
Ant
cold,
tickling.
Isolation, starvation. Slow pressure.
And degradation.
The shoe test.
And threat.
And Tupperware.
Give them the Orkin test.
Mantises prey on ants, as you know.
Thus the name.
If you're still with us, James. When are we going to get her out of here?
That's going to be a little difficult, I'm afraid.
She'll be our next experiment.
Turn on the microphone, please.
Call in and have him send out a helicopter.
I'm afraid the bureaucrats will be rather unhappy to learn of our casualties. Now, mantises are at this end of the maze. The ants are at the other.
What are we going to do with the girl?
What is your concern with her?
She's in shock. We can't just, she's
Please.
a kid.
Don't shout.
The ants will hear.
This is a problem that will have to be dealt with over the next few days until we're finished.
If you won't call the base, I will.
I finished eating.
You know, I don't know your name.
Oh, Kendra.
I'm Jim. That's Dr. Hubbs. Come in. Come on. You sort of had a close call out there, didn't you? How do you feel?
Well, I'm ready to go home now.
Little antsy.
I'll send a message today. Somebody will come along and pick you up tomorrow. That's convenient.
They recognize her.
They killed my horse.
That's the ant that killed my horse.
Back away. Don't touch anything.
It's all right.
That should do it.
You've been bitten.
He who has been bitten by an ant and lives.
Now he's
Shall
gonna
be king.
He's gonna turn into an ant.
Ick.
Kind of look like carameled ants.
Cool photography, though.
Them's good eating. Caramel knowledge.
Maybe there's a prize at the bottom of it.
Yes, ants make your party mix more lively.
Check's party mix with ants. He's depressed.
Do they cry compound tears from compound eyes?
I'm home. He's just showing off because that's really heavy.
You know, this ant problem seems kind of minor in the midst of flying turtle problems the people of Japan experience. I think we're being insensitive.
It's either one extreme or another with those scientists, those films they send us.
So we thought if you knocked down one of the towers, taking proper precautions, of course, you might get an interesting reaction.
We'll consider it.
Just an idea, Doctor.
Appreciate it.
Oh, one other thing.
Yes?
We've had a report about a family in your vicinity. You haven't contacted any civilians, have you?
No.
This is where the film gets kind of arty. Don't they catch on?
They're just working their way up to the rubber tree plant.
You mean that song, Oops, There Goes Another Rubber Tree Plant?
Just what makes that little old ant think he can move a rubber tree plant. Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant.
Or Robert plant.
Oh, great. Now she's going to get immune and kick out baby ants that can take over that place.
But she's got high hopes. She's got high hopes.
Got
She's
them.
got high apple pie.
See? Now they come out.
I'm glad you gave us those presents for Christmas.
Catch one. Here it goes.
She's laying rice.
I think I may be ill.
Squeezing off a couple
Monday,
offsprings.
2 a.m. Lesko continues to make progress, deciphering the ant language from the tapes recorded during the first skirmish. If he maintains this pace, we should be ready for their next move.
Why don't they just call in the raisins?
Nice printer, man.
It's a rather crude language. I think if I keep building up my library of sound words, I might even strike up a conversation with them.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Come back.
I think they should build a big shoe and jump up and down on him.
When's the helicopter coming?
Oh, it'll be here.
I'm sorry about that.
Not your fault.
The problem with ant language is it's not so much the words, it's the semantics.
Another way of visualizing their signals. Watch this.
Ouch. You hurt me badly, Joel Hodgson.
We'll have no more of your antics, Servo.
And I don't have the faintest idea what it means.
Oh, yuck.
Help me, help me, help me.
Night, when the creatures of the desert rise from their sandy grave. All roads lead to Epcot.
Oh, great, look at. Oh, wow.
Ant condos.
My aunt lives in a condo too.
That is trippy. Maybe ants built Stonehenge.
Stonehenge?
Uh-oh. They're gonna roast those scientists like weenies.
Maybe it was just a dream.
Me?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Oh, better.
Oh, that's good.
I was,
Dr. Hub?
yeah.
Oh, he'll survive.
Well, I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, listen, if I were you, I'd have bopped those ants pretty good myself. You know, you've got a mean swing. Well, the main thing is you're all right. We'll get you out of here today. Well, what's the matter? Don't tell me you like this place.
No. My grandparents are dead. Aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Why don't you have parents? Well, you must be hungry. Come on. I'll get you some breakfast.
It doesn't mean she likes you.
Okay.
She just doesn't have
To the
parents.
hardware department.
Those scientists are always on the make.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What do you do here?
Just a little research into statistical probabilities.
And exterminating.
It must be interesting.
Oh, he's got it made.
Well, we've got powdered eggs, powdered milk, powdered juice, dehydrated bacon. Just like home.
James?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
See you in a little while.
We have the powdered sugar donuts.
Good morning, James. As you can see, we're under siege.
What the hell's that?
What's more than reflected sunlight. Our temperature's already up 5 degrees. And there's another interesting detail. How do you suppose those ants managed to build on a poison strip where they absolutely cannot live?
Did you say 5 degrees?
In an hour and a half. And of course the sun's not
Little
yet at full
tiny
strength.
gas mask.
Now watch this.
An hour and a half.
Oh, you really must watch this. This is fascinating. There. Beautiful adaptation, isn't it? We challenge with yellow chemistry, they respond with yellow creatures.
We're gonna fry in here.
Question. What do they want? What are their goals?
They have no goals.
Well, you saw how they disabled the truck.
Listen, Hubbs, I came down here to get in a couple of weeks of science in the sun. I did not sign up for a war against a bunch of ants. And furthermore, why the hell did you leave the truck out there in the first place?
Bait.
Bait.
Well, I had to get them to
Ants
attack us,
love
didn't I?
bait.
They're rather intelligent, you know.
The whole ant world is talking about bait. Live bait, truck bait, jail bait.
You mean you saw it?
Of course I did.
Why didn't you say something?
Why didn't you?
Well, I didn't think you were smart enough to appreciate it. All your high-class bug talk.
I was afraid that you'd be terrified and run away, and I need you.
Well, you're right about that. When's the helicopter coming?
James, we are faced with a power that has appeared and is exerting itself. We have the opportunity to study it, to learn from it, to teach it its limitations. We can, in a word, educate it.
You mean gravity?
Said you called.
Could try the blue, of course, but they'd only readapt again. So we have to consider other alternatives.
You mean you didn't call?
It is absolutely vital that we give them the opportunity to try their strength against ours and learn from its consequences.
I'm gonna call in, Hubbs.
Let's get out of here.
And I'm gonna tell him not only to take that girl out of here, I'm gonna tell him to take me out of here, too.
You, Uncle. You're just as fascinated by this challenge as I am.
We're cut off.
Then our success will be all the sweeter.
So, Crow, if we ever get off the ship, what's the first thing you're gonna do when we get to Earth?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is kill Sandy Frank. You know, that guy that keeps importing all those Gamera films?
Well, I think that's a given. I mean, after that.
Empty my load pan. How about you?
I'm gonna get me a swinging bachelor pad and invite over a healthy dollop of babes to rub me and fan me and massage me with mango juice and oils and party till 1999. Oh my God, Joel, hi. Oh, sorry.
What are you guys doing?
We've been wondering, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get back to Earth?
What's the very first thing I'm gonna do when I get back to Earth?
No, after that.
Oh, well, I'll probably shut off the water in my apartment.
Huh?
Yeah, I left it running.
So much for your healthy damage deposit.
Yeah, it's pretty much shut. Shouldn't we be going to movie sign after that last joke?
Yes, usually,
Someplace
Perhaps
around
the
here.
scientists are a little off. You know, they're a little short on
They're
cash.
trying to
Maybe they're
raise some
selling a
funds.
child or something.
They could be going door to door selling candy bars like the band always did in high school.
Perhaps. I was wondering about that harming a human thing, Joel. Does it hurt a human to put his hand in warm water while he's sleeping?
No.
Make a note, Crow.
Note taken.
Anyway, Camba, why don't you put up the number on the screen, and please, there it is right now.
623-7655. This is Tom Servo announcing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please call in. We really appreciate your calls, and it's been real helpful. Oh, we got movie sign. Here it is. Let's go.
Look out!
Sunday, 1 o'clock. The battle is on. Lesko is preparing the counteraction I have indicated. The air conditioner is being adjusted to take account of the temperature rise.
Ants hate cold air.
Human beings can exist in temperatures of 120 degrees or higher, but our computer shuts down at 90.
Okay, that's good. Stay over there.
Kendra, you want to see what we're doing? Come on, I'll show you. It's interesting.
She loves interesting things.
The name of the game today is King of the Hill. You see over there? Now, we want to knock them down before they burn us out. Okay?
Maybe if you stopped using the air conditioner to read the temperature and start using it to lower it, it wouldn't be a problem.
Uh-oh.
Kind of looks like an Escher print.
Gesundheit.
They're making moonshine in that thing.
Dominant.
White sound. It's every sound in the world all pushed together to make one really terrific noise, which we're broadcasting to those mounds out there.
Every sound
That's what it looks like as we send
in
it
the
out.
world?
Okay? Now, when that sound gets out to those mounds, it bounces right back here and winds up down there. Good. Something's missing. One of the sounds we sent out didn't come back. Now, let's just see if we can find out what that sound is.
Have yourself a sound roundup.
I think the sound is probably...
There it is. And that's the sound we're going to broadcast at those mounds. When we do, interesting things better happen.
Perhaps there'll be a Mouseketeer reunion. That would be very interesting.
Breath, think of how those ants are gonna feel.
Yeah, or if everybody started floating, that'd be interesting.
All the dogs in the neighborhood are going to be really upset.
They're all dead and green.
That'll do it.
Ella.
Everybody at home, turn up your TVs very loud.
Oh, they hadn't counted on that.
They'll just come back stronger with earmuffs.
Are we up to phase 3 yet?
Oh, that's right. We're only at phase 2. Phase 3, they broadcast whole songs.
They're going crazy.
Barry Manilow. That'll get rid of them.
Phase 4, they start watching Lucy.
That'll
Oh,
get me to
great.
leave, too.
That's one huge ant.
No, it's 2 huge ants. It just looks like one huge ant.
Maybe it's 2 huge ants in an ant suit. Kind of like the Ice Capades. Oh,
Maybe
now
it's
they've even got the praying mantis on their side.
Maybe it's 2 small bites in
Our
a large
hero.
ant suit.
Get 'em. Get 'em.
The praying mantis is passing around the collection plate.
It's Kwai Chang Caine.
Now. There.
Lunch.
Tastes great.
Praying kibble.
Less filling.
I hate when my meal kicks me in the face.
Kicks less. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Hurt who?
That'll hurt.
Oh.
Oh, they're good fried.
It's gonna take those ants a good half hour to build those things again.
Ooh.
Cow.
Oh,
I didn't
golly.
even see that.
Oh, jeez.
It's mountain grown.
Do humans squirt like that when they get something thrown on them, Joel?
I don't know, Servo.
Ants do.
James? James? Damn, air conditioner? I'm afraid I'm feeling rather... Oh!
Feeling rather ant-like.
Get away from it! Get out of the way!
He loves those showers, that guy.
Is she wearing white?
Yeah.
I'm off to Mexico. See you Monday.
Another vacation?
How do you afford it? I'm a member of Club Travel Vacations. I can save up to 65% on air travel, cruises, hotels, condos, car rentals, and much more. This trip to Acapulco was a Club Travel Vacations fire sale special.
Sounds fantastic.
How do we join? Just call Club Travel Vacations, 922-4412, extension 23. You'll learn how to save and even earn free vacations. And you can say adios to high travel costs.
There's something you don't see every day, cotton candy that screams when you bite it.
Joel Hodgson, the star of TV23's Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now see him live.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Joel Hodgson, famous for his appearances on NBC Saturday Night Live and Late Night with David Letterman.
He's great.
See Joel Hodgson live every Monday at 8:30 at the Comedy Gallery River Place.
Ant carnage. The spoils of ant warfare.
Is that related to art carnage?
Well.
Kind of like Ant-Mageddon. Sort of.
The Battle of Ant-Mageddon.
What if they're just sleeping?
He's pinned under that rock.
But luckily it's only 99 times its own weight. It can still lift it.
What a mess.
I can't believe it. You know, our plans, our strengths, our weaknesses, even the one machine, and everything else depends on it. How could they know? This is impossible.
Maybe Kreskin's one of the ants.
They knew.
Kreskin.
That guy's making too big of a deal out of his ant, but... Whoa. What happened over there?
Somebody better go check that. I think Gypsy dropped something again. I'll go.
That's okay. You just stay there. It'll be okay.
Just trying to help.
Maybe he's going to make ant sculpture. He's tying all the other ants together.
To make one big ant.
Puppet ant. Giant puppet ant.
A giant.
Maybe he's going to make antipasto.
Maybe he's the anti-ant. Oh, man.
There's Ant A. And look, Ant B. Get it?
He's got him identified for burial. They're spelling something. Surrender Dorothy.
Anti-M. Anti-M. God, that cracked me up.
When the ants are humming sweet and low.
I think they're humming equal.
I never thought an ant could make me cry.
I am choosing one of my less painful moments to record these notes. Our equipment only functions now for a few hours at night. Lesko believes we're being allowed this time for some purpose, an hypothesis I do not share. If this were so, it would raise questions I had not considered.
Transfer to mag tape unit 3. Go straight 6 units. Right 120 degrees 4 units. Right 60 degrees 4 units. Right 120 degrees 6 units.
If I could talk to the animals.
Learn their languages.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm doing something my way. Sending a message to the ants.
Yes, I've been thinking about that. The conditioning processes be working, but they're not all effective as yet. They must be informed of their losses and the suffering, so they can draw the appropriate conclusions. Where is your message?
On the plotter.
This is no message.
Mathematics is the universal language among intelligent creatures. If there's an intelligence...
But they're ants, man.
There's an intelligence here.
Oh boy. The camera really favors those kind of ants.
Oh, this could get interesting.
You know what they say, the camera puts 10 pounds on an ant.
Doesn't that
that's so dangerous?
Doesn't that depend on the camera?
Well, it does. Just a theory.
It's going to crawl up to her ear and go, "Wake up!"
Quick, while it distracts her nose, we'll crawl into her mouth.
Start adding numbers. It's the universal language.
So the ants can balance their checkbook. Big deal. French fries are done.
Go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching.
Do you want to drink this?
Analysis,
What?
clear. They failed to achieve. They will learn we've made up our mind. How did they know? How did they know? You!
Looks like we gotta go to Radio Shack again.
It's just an ant. Get a grip.
That ant is overacting. He is. He's completely overacting. He must want to get a starring spot in the comic strip BC. Squash him like a bug.
Jeez, it's that the finger's getting awful closer.
Got him!
Come on, come on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lawrence Earhart.
And I'm Dr. Clayton Forrester.
Pizza.
Pasta.
Pizza.
Pizza and pasta.
Pizza and pasta. Nothing artificial here. Real cheese, real meat. That's the pizza and pasta pledge.
That's right. Our pals at Pizza and Pasta Pizza made this pizza for us so we could eat it at lunch.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Paul. Pizza and pasta. Good.
Pretty good pizza and pasta pizza, too.
Pizza.
Yummy noise. You made a yummy noise.
Made a yummy noise.
Because you're hungry.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, your turn.
I spy with my little eyes something that starts with the letter C.
Cambot. Too easy. My
That
turn.
was right there. I thought it might trick
I
you.
spy with my little eye something that begins with the letter B.
Bowling ball?
No, not even warm.
Brace?
Barry Gibb.
On a spaceship? Come on, give me a break.
Bulkhead?
No, good try, cold.
You got any?
Bora Bora?
No, we give up.
Barnacles on the hull of the ship.
What?
Barnacles from space. You know. Oh, I'm sorry. I had my infrared eyes on.
Why, I oughta.
No fair.
You think that's funny?
Joel.
I blame myself.
Joel, let's do the song.
What song?
Wipeout. Do it.
Do Wipeout? No.
Do it.
No,
The babes will go wild.
I'll do it.
Solo, Joel.
spending a quiet, ant-free moment.
I'm always the last to get here.
Oh no!
Phase III!
That means they're gonna scrub everybody with soap.
That's the ugliest ant I've ever seen. That too.
Kitty.
Even the flowers are closing up.
Time to go home.
But one tin soldier rides away.
Kind of looks like the Sea View, doesn't it? That old submarine on that TV show.
With giant air passages to crawl through. Ah, the rec room.
No, it's not a rec room. There was a mess there.
But it's wrecked.
True.
Thus the humor. Oh!
Hence. Hey, little buddy.
If I was irrational during the heat,
I just dreamed I was the skipper and I've got a hunger for banana cream pies.
If the guy on top
Why don't they
falls,
kill us?
that cigarette will burn right through his skull.
They roast us in here all day. Dare us to come out at night. Why play these games?
Can't beat him, join him.
I've been thinking about specialization among certain insects.
They want the girl.
Ah, they've upped the ante.
Try to get some sleep.
In every ant colony,
There's a silver lining.
workers, winged males, and the queen. Ants organized by the queen, keeping her alive. She is the heart and soul of their lives. She's at the center. It is she who speaks. If she died, discipline, organization would crumble.
War's over, Hubs. They have the power. Only hope now is if they answer our message and we convince them we're worth keeping alive.
I think I could locate the queen and kill her.
If only I was 40,000 times smaller.
Lock the tracker onto her voice when she speaks.
What makes you think she'd speak to you?
She's got an accent. It's the queen.
What is it?
Lights.
It's just...
Whoa.
Bear in mind, we still have our hard suits.
Yeah.
That happened to a ho-ho I had in a lunchbox once.
They're sending back my message.
Mars
Hubs, there's more.
needs women.
Ants.
What?
It's a giant game of tic-tac-toe.
What's for dinner?
What does it mean? What the hell does it mean? Circle.
5 sun-kissed
Die.
oranges.
Now I know how a rat feels in a maze.
Confused? Hungry?
Harry?
Rats in a maze. It's almost like a controlled experiment in which we
Eat some artificial sweetener.
find out which rat is the smartest, the strongest.
The furriest.
An intelligence test.
Don't think about it too much, man.
Great. SATs for ants.
ANTs.
Ant sats.
And what does the dot represent?
Your head.
You are here.
Could the dot be a person? Someone they want? Who could they want?
The babe.
Give her the girl.
The babe.
Want somebody?
I think so.
I think it's you.
Why would they want somebody?
Because you're a babe.
Talk to them.
You mean they might be angry at someone who did them some harm? What would they do with that person?
Eat him.
I don't know.
Smash her
the
into
others
a
go
billion
free?
pieces and...
James, come here.
It's not a problem, you just gotta futz with the horizontal hole.
I've located the Queen.
It's the one in the dress.
She's in there.
Take me! Ravage me!
Well, I'll just pretend I'm going to borrow a cup of sugar.
Ants don't give up their sugar very readily.
Oh, sweet to walk in the pilgrim's way. Leaning on
Ants love music.
Hey Charlie, who's the new girl?
Oh, nobody wears bell bottoms these days. Come on.
from day to day.
Wonder if Linda Blair read for this part. I could really see her playing this. He wants to be friends.
If you didn't want to play with the ants, why did you go over to their house?
They sort of decided to give her up pretty quick, didn't they?
Maybe it's a
They
giant.
asked her if she'd stay for dinner.
Maybe it's a giant game of tic-tac-toe with the
Where are the
ants.
grenades?
Used up when you destroyed the towers.
All of them? Then we must devise something else.
Shoot them. One at a time.
That arm's not looking too good. That's it. A big shoe.
We'll fly it in from France. They have one there. I don't know if we can do it in an hour, but...
James, please, my boots, would you, please, I can't.
You're gonna walk out of here, tramp miles through the desert, destroy a colony full of poisonous ants and a deadly queen. Can't even get your boots on. Come on, Adam, sit down. What we're gonna do is send another message.
You must go. You must show them. We will not.
man will not give in.
Perhaps play a game of tennis with them. And tennis.
Did I tell you I figured out their first message? But Dot, it's you. They want you.
And they shall soon have me.
He's sure wrecking a lot of stuff. Sure. What are they going to do with all those helium tanks?
That's Pepsi.
Sorry. It's not going to happen your way. Kim.
Uh-oh.
She's Purina Antchow now.
It looks like they sent away for Mother Earth news plans for that thing.
It's a geodesic dome.
So it runs off of hot water.
He's there. That hill. The Queen.
Hubs, you can't do it. Now, come on. Come on.
Queen!
Let him go.
Those ants will get you every time.
Scientists go in, but they don't come out.
Oh, geez.
It's an ant hotel.
Commercial time.
He's been eating radishes.
There's two of him now.
He almost caught himself.
Could have lapped himself. I see me.
I'd like to believe that, given time, we could have come to an understanding. Some rational accommodation of interests.
Is he dreaming now?
Agreement. But that's not the way it's going to be.
Uh-oh.
I made some calculations about their rate of expansion using their intelligence, their powers of organization, their network of communications, their poisons, their ability to adapt genetically. I believe that after this test run, they'll move rather quickly into desert areas, taking over the countryside first, then laying siege to towns and cities. I believe they will learn as they advance, anticipating our moves, and continue to stay a move ahead.
They're the antagonists.
We have only one chance. The counterattack suggested by Dr. Hubbs. A direct assault on their queen. I wish it wasn't me.
So do we. There's much better actors who could do it.
Uh-oh.
There you are.
It was a big one.
That's the place to be, I think.
Wow.
They've got that kind of southwestern decor.
Ants really know how to make mitered corners.
And they light the place pretty well, too.
They're carpenter ants.
They're interior decorator ants.
They're anterior decorator.
It's a sandworm. No, that's Dune.
I would have worn shoes. Oh, wow.
Phase 4.
No, it looks like phase 10. Phase 10.
It's the girl.
She's a sandwich now.
They wanted us.
Oh, no, I don't believe this. This is where I call no. I could believe the other stuff, but not this.
No, it's just getting good.
Solar.
We knew then we were being changed and made part of their world.
Which is every human's dream.
We didn't know for what purpose. But we knew we would be told.
How about cluing us in, pal?
Oh, great. That's it.
I
don't believe that.
Way to go, Mayo.
Mayo.
Mayo?
Who wants to produce a good movie if you're named after a sandwich spread? Go. That's it.
I think it was deep.
What did you think, Servo?
I thought it was pathetic.
So deep, we should have been wearing boots.
This made flying turtles look good. I'm out of
We
here.
better get out of here.
Let's go.
God. What a major disappointment.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 is brought to you in part by Pizza and Pasta. We're only as far as your phone.
Okay, that's it for another episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And we want, Cambot, could you put the number on the screen? We're thinking of creating some demand for a fan club, and we want you to call in and see what you think of it.
Pick up the phone, give us a call. 623-7655.
Yes. Yeah,
Today.
Yeah, so call us at that number.
That number right there.
Right, okay.
Right.
And
today.
We were talking a little bit earlier about that Isaac Asimov's 3 robotic laws, and I put together a little design circuitry in the robot, a little thing I like to call the 4th robotic law, and now Gypsum and Crow would like to recite it for you. Good night, everybody.
The 4th robotic law by Joel Asimov Hobson.
As read by Crow and Gypsy.
Don't be surprised if somewhere, sometime, when you least expect it,
someone walks up to you and says, don't be surprised if somewhere, sometime, when you least expect it, someone walks up to you and says, don't be surprised if somewhere, sometime, when you least expect it, someone walks up to you and says,